The Apple credit card, one of the coolest credit cards, but does it really deserve to be in your wallet? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. So I do have the Apple card. It comes in packaging like this. I got it a couple of months ago, or a little over a month ago, and I saved the packaging so I could share with all of you. Basically, you open it up and you need to hold your iPhone up to it to activate the credit card. I can't talk right now. The card is made of titanium. Some other things you'll notice, so you might see my name on it. If we flip it around, you're not going to see any credit card number, expiration date, or anything like that. So someone's not going to be able to steal your credit card information if you use this for purchases, which you don't want to do. And we're going to talk about in this video. One of the other things that everyone likes to do that does reviews of this is a drop test. So being this made of titanium, it sounds like that. Even a metal credit card from Amex doesn't sound as cool. Normal plastic credit card. So thought I would just share that with all of you. But what we're going to do in today's video is go through the overview of the Apple card, talk about why it doesn't make sense to get. We'll talk about why I actually have this credit card. And then we're going to go through a couple of other cashback credit cards that are either better than this card or at least complimentary. So let's get going. So here we are at apple.com/apple-card, where we're going to find out all the benefits to this credit card. So simplicity of Apple in a credit card. So Face ID, Touch ID, Apple Pay, etc., created by Apple, powered by the iPhone. So no fees, not even hidden fees. So if you click on the plus of any of these, it gives you more information. So no annual fee over the limit, foreign transaction, or late fees on this credit card. So that's nice, no late fees, which isn't the most common thing for credit cards. So they encourage you to pay less interest on your card. So unlimited daily cashback. This is a little bit different than a lot of other cashback cards, where you're getting the cash back on a daily basis. So instead of having to wait till the end of the month to get the cash back, it's added to your Apple Cash account on a daily basis. So you can either do that or use the cash back to lower your statement balance. Moving on from there, 3% cash back when you shop at Apple. So 2% daily cash back whenever you're using Apple Pay on your iPhone or Apple Watch. You also get additional daily cash with merchants such as Dwayne Reed, Exxon Mobil, Nike, Panera, T-Mobile, Uber, Uber Eats, and Walgreens. So here you're going to be getting 3% cash back as long as you're using, again, Apple Pay to make the purchases. Healthy finances, family style. So what they're talking about here is you can essentially, with somebody else, combine your two credit lines and have a single co-owned account. You can also add participants. So if someone is 18 or older, they could use this card to start building their own credit history. So if there's somebody in your family that's starting to build their credit, trying to repair their credit, you could add them to your Apple card. The next thing is goodbye plastic, hello titanium. So as we saw earlier, this is a titanium credit card. But the thing is, if you're using this really cool titanium card, you're only getting 1% cash back as opposed to 2% if you're using Apple Pay. Going on further, your card, your data, your business. So they're basically not going to be selling your data to anybody else. You can pay for Apple products over time, interest-free. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on. Okay, so this card is a partnership between Apple, Goldman Sachs, and MasterCard. You get tools to manage your finances, but the thing is here, it's just for the Apple card, not to manage all of your finances in one place. And if you want to get started, you can just open the Wallet app on your phone. So if this sounds like something you might be interested in, you can just open up the Wallet app on your iPhone and apply for their credit card. Honestly, it takes a minute or two maximum, and you'll have an answer without it affecting your credit score. If you decide to move forward and get the card, they are going to run your credit, but you already had the answer beforehand. If you're denied, no effect on your credit score. Now let's talk about why it doesn't make sense to get this credit card. The first reason is the cash back that you're earning. So we're going to talk about the maximum cash back you can earn and the minimum. So the maximum is 3% at Apple, Nike, T-Mobile, and a couple of other businesses. So there are plenty of other credit cards where you could earn 5% cash back and also no annual fee. And then the minimum, so if you have to use this cool titanium credit card, you're only going to get 1% cash back. With this SoFi credit card, I can get 2% cash back. So I can double my cash back by using this card instead of that card. And there are plenty of 2% credit cards. I talked about them in this video that I'll link to up above. The second reason not to get this credit card is because there's no sign-up bonus. So there's no 0% APR for 12 or 15 months. And then there's also no cash sign-up bonus after reaching a certain spending threshold. So for other cards we're going to talk about later on in the video, you can get $200 or $300 cash back by hitting a certain spending threshold. So for spending a few $100s, you're getting $200 cash back. You'd have to spend $10,000 on the Apple card at 2% to get the same cash back. So you're essentially getting a head start in terms of how much cash back you're earning from your credit card. The third reason not to get this credit card is if you don't have a bunch of Apple products, this makes 0 sense. So if you have an Android phone and a PC, why would you want to get this credit card? So you're going to need to use your iPhone or an Apple Watch if you're out and about making purchases. If you're using this card, you're only getting 1% cash back as opposed to 2% if you're able to pay with this. So if you're not really in the whole Apple ecosystem, this card makes 0 cents. Now let's be a little more positive. Obviously, I do have this credit card. I see value in this credit card. It's just a card that's not for everybody. So the very first reason why I think it makes sense to get this credit card is if you have lots of Apple products. So I recently bought this MacBook Pro 14-inch. These just came out. They cost over $2,000. So to be able to get 3% cash back is quite nice. So if you end up purchasing a ton of Apple products, so I have the iPhone I got before I got my Apple card, I got my new MacBook Pro, my colleagues use all Apple products. So if I have to purchase anything for the business, I can get 3% cash back on any of those purchases. The second reason it might make sense to get this card, there's no annual fee. So maybe if you're spending money at Apple or T-Mobile or Nike, you just have this credit card, you'll get 3% cash back if you're using it. Also, there's no cost to owning it. So with other credit cards, if there is an annual fee, you want to make sure you're spending enough money to make up for the annual fee. If there's no annual fee, there's no real cost to you having the credit card. If you have a zero balance and you have thousands of dollars of available credit, it should be helping your credit score having this credit card. Also, you can apply for the card with no impact to your credit score. The third reason why you might want this credit card is if you have a lower credit score. So if you have a credit score in the lower 600s, you may still get accepted for this credit card, where a lot of other cashback cards, you need to score in the high 600s or 700s. So here's an article from NerdWallet where they show you the recommended credit score for different credit cards. And if we just scroll through these right now, you're going to see it says 690 and above for pretty much the majority of the good cashback credit cards. On the other hand, if you Google something like credit score needed for an Apple card, you see, can I get an Apple card with a 620 score? And it says Goldman Sachs is reportedly approving customers with credit scores as low as 620. Also, if you go to this article here, it says down below what they consider if you're denied because of a low credit score. It could be because your score is under 600. It doesn't say 650, it doesn't say 630 or 700. It says below 600. So if you have a credit score in the lower 600s, you might still be able to be approved for this credit card, helping you get a new credit card, build up your credit score, and then to be able to get accepted to other credit cards in the near future. Another benefit to the Apple credit card is just really easy to manage, and they have great customer service. So to manage your credit card, you just open up the Wallet app, click on the Apple Card. Here you see the card balance, available credit, weekly activity, upcoming payments, different promotions they have here, latest transaction. The card changes colors depending on the balance you have on it. To manage it further, click on the three dots. Here's where you can speak to customer service. I've actually used Message twice, and I think I was talking to somebody within 60 seconds. I haven't tried calling them yet, but really easy to talk to a real person and get your questions answered. People, here's where you would add someone else to the credit card that we talked about earlier. Scheduled payments, I have auto pay set up, monthly installment, the card information. So if you need the card number, security code, etc., you'd find it there. Here you see the credit limit, available credit, the APR. So you clearly don't want to be carrying a balance on this card. Bank accounts, here's the daily cash balance. I've built up almost $80 so far. So I'm going to be using this to pay down the card balance. But if you set up Apple Cash, every time you make a purchase, the cash back will be added to Apple Cash and you can use it immediately. You can lock the card, notifications, etc. But super easy to manage the card, talk to someone from customer service. I saved the top reason to get the Apple credit card till last, which is the interest-free financing. So depending on what you purchased, you can pay for it over 6, 12, or 24 months interest-free. That's what I did with this MacBook Pro. So I got 3% cash back, plus I can pay for it over 12 payments. So I don't recommend doing this if you can't afford the payments or you don't have the money already. So I could have paid for this with my debit card or when a credit card statement came due. But if I can pay for it over 12 months interest-free and leave money in my Yada savings account as stable coins in my Celsius account, if you want to learn about either of those accounts, check out the videos up above right here. But if you can be earning money on your money as opposed to paying interest or giving up money sooner than you have to, I think it makes a lot of sense. But definitely don't max out your Apple credit card and end up with payments you can't afford. So now let's get on to some other credit cards that maybe are better than this Apple card or at least could be complementary. So the first card on my list is the Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. So we were talking about early about getting a cashback bonus of $200. So with the Wells Fargo card, if you spend $1,000 in 3 months, you get $200 cash back. So that would require you to have spent $10,000 at 2% with the Apple card, plus there's 0% over 15 months. The next credit card is the Chase Freedom card, also $200 bonus. You only have to spend $500 in 3 months, 5% cash back travel through Chase, 3% dining, 3% drugstores, and 1.5 everywhere else, also 0% 15 months. The next card is the Citi Custom Cash Card. So you can get 5% cash back in one category. So if you have a bunch of spending in one of these categories, you could be getting 5% cash back on all of it. Keep in mind with this credit card though, you would only want to use it for one category because any other category, you're only going to be getting 1%. Now, one of my favorite cashback credit cards, the Blue Cash Preferred card from Amex. So this card does have an annual fee where all the other ones did not, but you don't have to pay it in the first year, and that's $95 for each additional year. You can see here you can get $300 cash back if you spend $3,000 in the first 6 months. So on average, $500 per month to get $300. Scrolling down further, you can see 12 months interest-free, cash back of 6% on groceries. So if you spend $115 a week, that's $6,000 for the year. $6,000 times 6% is $360, which more than makes up for the annual fee, plus 6% on streaming, 3% on transit. So with the Apple Card, you could get 3% cash back on Uber. You could also get 3% cash back with Uber here. Also the 3% cash back with Apple for Exxon or Mobil, 3% cash back on all gas stations with this credit card. So there is an annual fee, but I think there's a lot of categories where you can get quite high cash back where this credit card makes sense. So what do you think? Does it make sense to get the Apple credit card or maybe one of the other cashback cards that we just mentioned? Let me know down below in the comment section. If you want to see some of our other credit card related videos, check out the playlist right here. Hope to see you in those and future videos. Bye bye.